everyone, good morning. Good morning. Let me get everything all sorted here. There we are, found us. Found us already. Although, I look rough, don't I? Seeing I see myself, I'm like, no her again. Right. Do you like my jammies with my elephants on it? Yeah. I never got a chance to come on yesterday, and I'll tell you all about it, right? Ashley, good morning, good morning. I'll tell you all about it. It was a day yesterday. It was definitely a day yesterday. Right, first of all, let me give myself a thumbs up, hey? First of all, I had my lung thing to go to yesterday, my lung clinic to go to yesterday. And I know myself, my lungs still only 100%, right? They're definitely not 100%. So to go for this thing, and there I am, and you're sitting in, it's like a phone booth that you're sitting in, right? And you've got this mouthpiece that you've got to shove in your, put right in your mouth like that, and a closed peg for your nose, and you've got to take the deepest breath in and blow out, blow out, blow out, blow out. Oh, it was just all that, right? It was like half an hour of that, and when I was doing it, I was like dizzy as anything. I was like, whoa, whoa, I feel dizzy. My oxygen went down to 93, which isn't great. So she had to give me a nebulizer, and I'm sitting with the fear, like, oh no, oh please, I don't really, I really don't want to for it to go like that. Oh no, you can't leave. You need to go up the stair to the ward. I was just waiting in that. Anyway, I took the nebulizer, my oxygen went up to 94, 95, and she let me go. But I don't know how the results went. I'd done my best, but it hurt my lungs doing all that, but blowing out and holding it in and panting and all. I had to do all that, right? So that happened. I came home, and my wee grandson's no well at all. He's really no well. Right, he's got a cough. He's had a cough. I told you that we were at the hospital on Monday. We were in the hospital on Monday, and they said his chest was clear, which you could hear his chest wasn't clear. I don't know. See, the next time we're not going to that hospital. We're going to a different hospital, because that hospital, they're a-holes at times. They didn't give me any medication whatsoever. They said they would need a urine sample, which is weird, because every time I've been in with my asthma and breathing problems, they've never said, you know what, Linda, we need your urine before we can give you any treatment. That's never happened. Anyway, he's got gradually worse, the poor boy. And then yesterday was really bad yesterday. So me and Sophie takes him down to the doctors. By the time we get to the doctors, we open the car door, he's sick in the car park, really badly sick. A wee shame from too, a wee shame from. So we're rubbing his back, and we take him in, we get a sick bowl, and we go in, and he's got bronchitis. She's gave him an inhaler. He's to get the space of the day. He's not get the space for it. He's to get the space of the day, and steroids. But for kids, it's what do they call them? The dissolving steroids. So God, his mummy's going to need to just play a game the day that delicious, and she's going to need to just do that the day for him to take it. But I did talk to him this morning, and he's looking a lot brighter today. So here's hoping. She said he was borderline hospital yesterday. But see, if we've got to take him into the hospital, we'll not be going to that hospital. We'll be going to a different hospital, because for them to let him out on Monday in the condition that he was without any medication or anything is just an absolute disgrace as far as I'm concerned. So we had all that yesterday going on. Sophie, she's a bit coffee the day. My breathing's not the best today. We're all Victoria, good morning. This is it. Ashley sees when the kids are in nursery, they pick up everything. When the kids are in nursery, it just goes round and round. And see, the next time it'll be like diarrhea and sickness bug, or it'll be like, they said it was viral on Monday. They said it was like viral. But kids' nurseries and schools and stuff like that, anything that's going about chicken pox, measles, they all get it. The Waynes just get it. Because they've always got their fingers in their mouths and all this, you know, and eating toys and what have you. It's just that it was a wee shame for him because he's so beautiful and tiny and doesn't know what's going on. And we're telling him he's a good boy and all that. And it's just a wee shame when they're not well. Green Rose, good morning. There's my Carolyn, good morning. Listen, I've done something this morning. I'm going to take you to my most favourite place. Thank you, Green Rose. I'm taking you to the Isle of Bute. That's what I'm taking you to this morning. Do you know why? And I don't think I'll go through with it. Sophie's messaging me. Hold on a minute. Sophie's messaging me, and I'm on a live stream, Sophie. Has Sophie contacted you, son?
No.
Right, hold on. I think she's wanting you to do something. I'm on a live stream.
Alright.
Hold on. Oh. She's needing her nose inhalers. If you could get her nose inhalers.
Yeah, we'll do, I suppose.
Are you going to message her back?
Yeah, we'll do.
Right. Right, anyway. I've done something this morning. I don't know if I'll go through with my plan, right? It's just the way I'm feeling at the moment. Right. It could just be a thing. But my whole life I've always wanted to live in the Isle of Bute. My whole life I've always wanted to live in the Isle of Bute. It's the most beautiful place. I'm going to take you a wee tour right round the island and show you places that I've been and show you the sights and all the rest of it. Well, I wrote to the council this morning, I did, and told them that I would like to actually move there and etc. And would I do is there a waiting list and what's the house and like and all that kind of stuff. Now, it could just be a dream for me just now, and it's just the way I'm feeling, but I've always wanted to go here, so I've done that this morning, and I'm going to take you. I'll show you. I'm going to take you a tour now of the place because it's my dream place, and see as I get older, you know, I'm like, I would love it, the dream to come true kind of thing. Right, I'm going to take you. I'm going to hold you like this, right, and then I'm going to flip you round, right. So there we are. So this is the pier, right? This is where the boat comes in. The boat comes in here. I'm just going to take you round. Right, so that's all the cars waiting to go on the boat. So you come off the boat. Right, I'll take you up to where I used to stay. Now, I've stayed in that block. See that block there? Up here, me and my ex-husband, we stayed up there with Sophie one year. But you go up here, that's the amusement arcade. There's a wee amusement arcade there. And when I was a wee girl, this is where I stayed. Now, this is Rossie Castle. This is Isle of Bute Castle, and it's got a moat. You'll be able to see it when I go up the hill. I used to feed the ducks and the seagulls every morning for here. See the moat going round it, and it's got a wee drawbridge there. Every morning I used to go there. And this is where we stayed when I was a wee girl. Wait, I'll show you. See this pub? There's a wee door there that you can see, right? You used to go in that door, and it was these flats up here that we used to stay in. There was no toilet in there. I don't know if it's all changed now, but there was no toilet. So if you needed a toilet, you'd need to come down the stair to the bar toilet. And it always smelt like matches to me. I don't know. I think people used to do the toilet and then strike a match for the smell. But at night we used to have to take like a pot to pee in. But that's how close we were to the castle. The castle was right there. And then there's a wee road up here, and it's called the Serpentine. Right, wait till you see driving up this road, I'll tell you. It's a wee bit scary that you go up this wee bendy road. And look at this turn for your car. You've got to turn really sharp there and then go up there. And then turn really, really sharp. And see if there's a car coming down and you're going up. It's scary. And then you come up here to the top. I'll show you some of the beautiful views. Yeah, it's the most beautiful place ever, and look at that. There's wee boats and stuff like that. It's just a gorgeous wee town to stay in. This is where I saw the Riddler. Here, imagine that if I did move here and the Riddler's still kicking about. Me and the Riddler become best friends, eh? What an end to a story that would be. Look, there's a boat in, that's a ferry that brings you there. And at night when that goes out, that's you stranded on this island. And everybody's got chickens and stuff like that. So when you wake up in the morning, wait a minute to go back down to. I want to take you to Arden Craig. Right, this is us back in the main town, right? So, as I said, that we stayed in this block here. These ones up here we stayed in. That's a wee post office. And the Cafe Zavaroni, there used to be a well-known Scottish singer called Lena Zavaroni, right? This was back in the 70s, maybe early 80s. She's beautiful lassie, fantastic voice, came from the Isle of Bute. And sadly, she passed away with anorexia. But they've still got the Zavaroni cafes and stuff like that. And these candles are amazing. They do candles in the shape of all sorts of stuff. But anywhere along here, I would love. I would just love. It would be like a dream come true. Do you know what I mean? And I know it'd be a bit away from my kids, but can you imagine they'd be able to come and stay with me on the island, and it would be like every time they came, it'd be like a wee holiday. I mean, it is the most beautiful place in Scotland, in my opinion, is the Isle of Bute. So you go right along here. I've been in a few places along here as well. But it's like you go back in time. I mean, there's a wee hut. I'm sure me and the ex-husband sat in that hut with a bottle of Monk's wine, so we did one night, aye. And we were in that guest house there. And we'd come down there and we'd sit with our bottle of wine and you just sit and watch the boats coming in and out and smell the sea air. There's just something about it. And look at the old lampposts and things. And people just go about in their bikes. I would get a bike. Imagine me using a bike. See, it's maybe just a dream in my head at this moment, but I've actually wrote to them this morning. I've actually done it. And asked about housing. That used to be the old swimming baths, this here. And it was seawater. It was seawater, so it was. Do you know, it's got palm trees and things like that, the Isle of Bute, because it gets some kind of hot air that we don't get here on the mainland that sweeps in. And they also have the baobab tree's my favourite, right? And then my second favourite's monkey puzzle trees. If I see one on our journey here, I'll show you it. But, I mean, look at the beautiful palm trees and everything. You wouldn't believe that's in Scotland. I would take you down there and just sit there and do a live stream. We'd just sit and watch the ducks and birds and the sea. I mean, even when it's raining, it's beautiful. I mean, look, they're building houses there. I'll take one of them, please, with a veranda. Oh, for God's sake, can you imagine it? And I'm teetotal now, so I'll not be boozing it up. Because I think that's why my scalp's been, like, itchy and stuff with the booze. So we'll not be doing that anymore. It'll be mocktails. As I say, I don't need alcohol to have a good time. There's a bowling club. I don't know if that's still a bowling club, but that used to be a bowling club there. But I'm going to take you up to Arden Craig. Arden Craig is where I used to go as a kid as well. That was my most favourite place. That was a place where the peacocks would just roam about. That's a wee cafe there. There's the boat again. It's the most magical place. Right, we'll go up this. I think we can go up this hill. Right, we'll go up this hill. And we'll see. This is actually going up to where we did meet the Riddleman. The woods is up here. Right, you go way up this wee slope here. to the Arden Craig chalets. So it's away up this wee hill. See, on the way up there, there's blackberry bushes and blueberry bushes and all that. And we used to, but I'll take you up to the gardens or the chalets. I don't think you can get in the chalets. I'll take you to the chalets first. There's blackberry bushes and all that, and you can just, we would just eat them straight off the bush. I don't know if they've still got peacocks, but they probably still have chickens and things like that. I mean, it's all in wooded area. There's the gardens up there. Up that wee slope there, we can't get in with Google Maps, but up there is where the chalets are. And the views are just beautiful. I'll take you back to see if we can go up to the gardens. But the whole island is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. As I say, it's my most favourite place ever. And I've always wanted to live there. I wouldn't settle for like bad accommodation. It'd need to be something really good before I would get up and move. And then it would be the case of trying to get everything on a bloody boat. Can you imagine it? It would be very stressful. I'd need to hire a van. I mean, look, some of these, look at the views. I just love it. I just love it. The whole place is just so beautiful. Is it going to let us into the gardens? It might let us into the gardens. Or are we just going up? We're just going up farmland now. I'm taking us up the farms. It's just so beautiful. Right, let's see. Where's this map? Right, let's see. Well, I'll take you to Ettrick Bay. I'll take us to Ettrick Bay. There's Port Barrentine. Let me expand this a bit. Oh. Right, Ettrick Bay. Right. Right, down here is Ettrick Bay. Wait a minute here. How did I get that ready? That. Right. Down here is Ettrick Bay, and there's a wee story. I'm sure I've told you the story before, but I'll be able to show you the story. Right, this is the most beautiful beach ever. And see the mountains there in the background? That's the Isle of Arran. And there's a story about that. That's meant to be the sleeping giants, they called that. Because it doesn't really look like it here, but that's meant to be like a giant's head and body, and that's meant to be like a giant's head and body. And there was a whole story about these two giants were fighting and knocked each other out, and they lie, one of them's got his head there, one of them's got his head there, and their feet are touching or something. But that's the Isle of Arran over there, and that's the most beautiful beach. Many a time I was in that water swimming about.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a shower.
Right down. And you can collect, and it's like one-way roads there that you've got going. There's wee passing places. You know, you go along the road and there's just like a passing place. It's honestly, it's as if you're going back in time. There's a passing place there. Just sitting there, just looking out. Anyway, there we go. That's our wee tour today. The Isle of Bute. Is it? Carol, it is beautiful. Me and the Riddler, eh? Can you imagine it? This is my man. Oh, my doggy's great. She's here, look. There's my baby. Cootied up. Christine, I'm doing good. How are you? How are you? So anyway, Angela, hello, hello. Millport, I've been to Millport as well. Yeah, it's lovely. They've all got the same kind of vibe, haven't they? The islands like the Isle of Bute and Arran as well. Arran's very scenic too, but there's less even to do in Arran than what there is on the Isle of Bute. But there you are. That's what I've done this morning. I've wrote to them, so we'll see. We'll see what they say. We'll see what they say. I mean, there's lots of places on the mainland that look very similar. That might be something to look at. But I've just always loved the Isle of Bute, always. But it's a shame if they ruin the place. That's the only thing. We'll see what I'll let you know what they say anyway. See if they give me an absolute fantastic bungalow. I'll be like, I'm away. Oh. Or if I win the lottery, I could buy a holiday home. I remember there is a church somewhere, an old church that you need to actually climb up this wee bit of, it's not a mountain, but it's a good bit of hill, and at the top of it there's like a slab table that they used to do sacrifices or something on. I'd be spooky on Halloween taking you there, eh? No, me climbing up hills at my age, no, I'll not be able to. Yes, you can email me, Christine, no bother at all, or message me on Facebook Messenger. Well, I don't know. I've wrote to them anyway just to see, but I don't know if I would do it or not. It's just this morning that's took my fancy. See, the more I might be like, I don't want to. It's just the way I'm feeling. I'm just felt like it the day. Maybe it's because the weather's so nice. And when the weather's nice, the Isle of Bute's gorgeous. As I say, no Silver Sands, Ettrick Bay is just so gorgeous. It really is. And looking over to the Isle of Arran and everything like that, it's just gorgeous. And see, when I was learning to drive, I drove right round that full island. See, to drive round the full island, it's about half an hour. And you're right round the whole island. That's how small the island is. It's really quite small. But my brother, the last time he went, he said there was a lot of places that had closed down. They used to have a place called like the Pavilion and stuff that they used to do shows and things that had closed down. But it's just one of the things. I just wanted to see what they said. Hi Jamie, hello, hope you're doing good. But that was my day yesterday. See, by the time I went to my bed, I was absolutely done in yesterday. I'm still recovering for the long thing the day and I think the nurse was quite, what, you've only been released from hospital a week and a half, and I'm going to know. But the doctor still wanted me to do that test. I don't know if the results are good or not, but my oxygen had dived into 93. Let's see where it's at now. I don't know if they should be, I've got nail polish on, but I don't know if it will read properly with the nail polish on, will it? Well, heart rate is still going 95. Better than 93. So we'll see what the results are anyway, but it done me in. It's sitting in it, and it's like a phone book, and she ends up, she closes it out, and you're like contained in this bloody, I don't know if there's no oxygen in the bloody thing or what, but they lock you in. Do you know what she said? She said, I looked, what was it she called me? Original or unique or something, right? I done my yellow t-shirt with the bee on it, right? And she went, is that a wasp? I went, oh God, no. I says, I wouldn't wear a t-shirt with a wasp on it. I hate wasps. I'm terrified of wasps, right? And I had on my socks that are bunny rabbits. They've got bunny rabbit ears, right? And she went, I love your socks. She says, I've actually got a bunny rabbit. Ashley, she had a bunny rabbit. And I said, I love bunny rabbits. And I told her about the ones at my mum's care home. She says, do you want to see a picture of mine? I said, oh, I'd love to see a picture of your bunny rabbit. And she showed me, and it was up on her neck like that, and its wee face was there, like snuggled into her. And it was brown and red, and she says, we call it chocolate orange. She says that's not his real name, and I can't remember its real name. She says, but it's a wee nickname, we call it chocolate orange. So cute. So then I showed her a picture of Daisy, and we got on, but we just started showing each other pictures of dogs. Her sister's got a dash hound. so that's what, that's what happens with me. I'm like, oh, wait, I'll show you this picture here. Puppy breath. Good morning, good morning. Efron, good morning. I would never wear a t-shirt with a bloody wasp on it. Can you imagine? I'm brave wearing the one with the bee on it because I'm still frightened of bees, although I would never kill a bee. And I like to plant flowers for the bees and stuff like that. I'm still frightened of them. It's just, I'm trying my best not to be. So I had the bee t-shirt on, and there's no chance I would have a mad wasp stinging on my. But oh no, it's not. So she said, "Oh, you're unique or something." She called me. I don't know if that is that a good thing. I suppose it is because I'm different. I suppose I'm different for a lot of people. I don't go with the norm. I don't suppose, and I don't mind like wearing pink hair and elephant pajamas, for instance. Oh. End of the day, I probably will only move. I'll probably be staying here for the rest of my life. It's just a thing in my imagination this morning. And I just thought, I'm going to write. No, how remember I applied to be an astronaut and wrote to NASA? Same kind of thing. Same kind of thing. I know I could never be an astronaut, but here I wanted the letter. I wanted the NASA. I don't know whatever happened to that letter. My NASA letters, my rejection letter, and they were very kind. They just said it was because I wasn't a US citizen. It wasn't because I was a dafty or nothing with no qualifications or nothing. I'd went to college for mechanical engineering, that was it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Hopefully we've got a better day today. The wee fella is looking a lot better, let me tell you. I was worried. Yesterday, I was like, we're going to the hospital with him. That's just the way I felt. I felt he's needing a hospital. But today, he's putting, when he was talking to me, he was doing the filters on the phone. He loves to do that. And me and Amanda are trying to have like a serious conversation. And she's like an alien thing, and I'm like Elvis. You know, we've got these bloody filters on, and you're trying to have a conversation. But he seems a lot better today. Hopefully, that we can get the steroids and antibiotics into him. But it's a bloody shame when they're that wee into it and they're no well. But he was an awfully good boy yesterday. We were telling him what a good boy he was and stuff. But there you are. But I love you all so much. Good morning, Evelyn. I'm just about to leave, but I took you on a wee tour of my most favourite place in the world, where the Riddler is. That's the only reason I want to go, because it's the Riddler. I'm desperate to go back and see him. Can you imagine me doing a live taking you up the woods? And we're going through a jumpsuit again. It'd be like, told you, there he is. He lives in the woods, the Riddler. I'm convinced he's got a wee log cabin or something like that in the woods, and just waits for unsuspecting people come by to tell these riddles. And I always wondered, is it the same riddle every time, or has he got lots of different riddles depending on the way you look? It's going to be this riddle or that riddle or whatever. But my ex-husband wasn't impressed with the riddle, and I wasn't either. But I love you so much. I shall be back tomorrow unless anything else hits the fan. If things hit the fan, I can't come live. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all right. Shinedown, hello, lovely Shinedown. I'm just about to leave, but thank you for coming in and showing me your wee face. I'm doing better as long as they leave me alone and stop having me blown into big tubes and stuff. So I'm going to give you a big kissy now because I love you all. Have the most beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye everyone. Mwah.